Time to spin the rigmarole.
So, for whatever it's worth, since we talked yesterday, Apple released a third developer beta
Mm-hmm.
of iOS 18 and iPadOS 18 and
Yeah, yeah.
probably other stuff. So these are a significant advance as far as just day-to-day quality
Mm.
because I was getting bizarre. Like I didn't install the beta on my new iPad because like all the icons would go white and it was just always screwed up. But now it's fine and it has like this dynamic thing that changes like the kind of the I don't know, the darkness, I guess, the colors over time. So like at night, it looks awesome. Like it's really nice. I don't know. Not that that would make you install a beta, I guess, but it looks good.
Wasn't there a Windows app? Or there was definitely a. Wait, it was in Windows 10. Like it slowly got rid of the blue light or whatever. Remember this?
Yeah, it's still there.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's dumb. Like it just comes on at sunset basically by default if you
Mm-hmm.
turn it on. It's just called I something, isn't it? Like I don't have it on this computer, so
Yeah.
nightlight.
Nightlight. There we go.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of computers now, laptops have kind of like hardware solutions for this, so they're supposed to be a little bit better. But
Yeah.
and then we have the Kindle, which displays a blue light, and it's supposed to be good for you. So who knows?
So I've almost thrown this thing out the window because I hate it so much. It's not even mine. My wife has a curling iron that has a. It has a light that turns on to tell you that it's off. It is the dumbest thing I can imagine. There's like four lights. It's like off,
What if I could? I can't show this to
cooling,
you.
hot, or whatever. I don't understand curling iron technology. All I know
Yep.
is that where it says off, there's a little blue light next to it, and it illuminates when it's off, when it's plugged in,
I
which makes.
buy electrical tape specifically to tape up lights on things.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, I have a little fan stand thing next to the bed, covered in this tape. It has all
Yep.
these lights on it. Why would you? I want to use this thing at night. I don't want giant like bright blue lights in my face.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of power strip or power supply or whatever the archetype things were. Wants to let you know it's on. Like I get
Yeah.
it.
I should
I
do that.
I just want it to be on. I just tape that stuff up. I can't. I just don't like light at night.
I can't even see this light 99.9999% of my day. But the
That's
fact
just
that I know
offensive.
that it's on.
You almost want to take it apart and just
Yeah.
pop the light
Well, you
out of
just
it.
want to like call up the engineer who designed this. Like, what were you thinking? Like,
Actually, if it was designed really maliciously, it wouldn't function unless the light was connected. Like I had like a classic 1972 Volkswagen Super Beetle, so it had like this set of fuses like right inside the door there. And I don't know, let's say there were like 8 or 10 fuse slots, and 6 of them were being used for whatever reason. There was like a fuse that wasn't doing anything, so my friend popped it into the other location so the radio would work. I needed 2 fuses or whatever the hell it was, and nothing. Like the car wouldn't even start. Like you had to like
yep.
like a fuse had to be there. It was like the crucial electrical connection for the whole vehicle or something. Maybe it was just the radio wouldn't come. I can't remember what it was, but it was like unconnected to anything, but it was apparently connected to everything. I don't know. Stupid.
Yeah.
German engineering. What are you going to do?
I don't know. My first car was a Chevy Cavalier RS 5-speed on the floor.
Yep.
And what I thought was the proper way to start the car, which was you put the key in, then you had to smack the steering column because there's some loose connectivity in there.
Nice.
And then you could turn the key forward into the on position.
This was the car version of the Millennium Falcon.
Which after a few years, I realized a screwdriver did the same thing. And so
Just
you just
leave
need a
it there.
Phillips head screwdriver, just shove that in there, turn it a little bit forward.
Oh man, yeah.
This is from the era when the most valuable thing in that car was probably the CD collection, which was probably worth $19 only on the blank CDs that I ripped.
So I had one of a long line of Oldsmobile Buicks that this one would have been I think it was a Pontiac, whatever the giant 4-door thing was. Doesn't matter. They were all the same car. It was like the Pontiac version of a Cutlass 4-door. I can't think of the name of it. Doesn't matter. Anyway, big hunk of shit, but it had an awesome Blaupunkt stereo in it. We went to a concert in Boston, my friend and I. We got out and we go to the spot, and it's like just an empty spot. where the car
Mhm.
was. And I was like, man, I would have given anything to have come out here and found the radio sitting in the spot and the car gone, because I couldn't care less about the car, but the radio was really nice. And yeah, it was later found torched in Roxbury, the burning hulk of the former vehicle. What the hell was that thing called? Pontiac?
Keep thinking Pontiac Fiero, but that is not it. That is the
Yeah, that was the
Ferrari
tiny
looking
two-door.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I used to always like those.
Yeah.
Who cares? I don't know.
Grand Dam.
No, it's bigger than a Grand Dam.
The Grand Dam.
The Grand Dam.
Oh God, that's too funny in my own stupid little brain.
Full light.
Followed that that Chevy with a Buick Century, 1993 edition year or whatever.
Yeah.
That V6 in there was indestructible. I know this because I think I ran it for a solid 6 months without oil in it, and it didn't die accidentally.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find this now. It's like really bothering me.
No.
Like, what the hell was the Pontiac version of this thing? Because back then, like, they used to have, like, there was a Cutlass. I mean, there's a Buick version. There was a
I had the Buick version. Then there was the Cutlass Supreme.
Cutlass Supreme. I had several of those. Originally, it was the Pontiac Tempest, but that was not a Tempest by that point. Oh yeah, okay.
Pontiac version.
Skylark. I had a Skylark that was also one size down. It was the difference.
God, Bing is so useless.
It's just so stupid to do this. I'm sorry. It really bugs me.
I binged because that's what it's the default as. Pontiac version of Cutlass Supreme. Oldsmobile.
Right. I did the same. I did. Cutlass. By the way, I'm pretty sure I used Google. Oh no, it was DuckDuckGo. Yeah, same thing. I could not find it either.
Hold on. Try Copilot. Hold on.
Try Copilot. Boy.
Oh my God. This is
Grand Am Grand Prix. It must maybe.
Hold on. I opened Copilot.
No,
on this
not
machine,
Grand Prix.
and this is how it opens. Like, this is your great first run experience with just pop-ups.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know why it's there. Doesn't mean it makes sense, but it's like, oh, whatever. Let's see what happens
here. Oh well, I don't know. Pontiac. Oh wait. Oh, I got it. Bonneville.
That's it.
It finally came to me. Jesus. Oh boy.
If you're wondering if Copilot got the answer would be no. It gave me the details.
No, I didn't. I just thought of it. I haven't found it either. I don't know.
It just gives
Pontiac Bonneville, full sized. Yeah, blah blah blah. 57 to 2005. Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I had the big boxy one from the 80s. Nope. Early 80s, I guess. Yeah, the 82 to 86 version. That's the vehicle. Well, this says, yeah, Chevy Malibu. There's another one.
Oh, yeah.
Oldsmobile Cutlass, Buick Century. These were all the same vehicles, really.
Yep.
It's embarrassing. This is a big boxy car. That's all it is. It's just a Cutlass. It's a Cutlass with a Pontiac logo on it.
Yeah, I mean,
beautiful blow up on a stereo that's now long gone.
Those were badge engineering days at their finest, right? It was.
Oh my God.
Steve, go get the Phillips head screwdriver. Just knock the logo off. Put another one on that was slightly bigger to hide the paint chip that you just put in the car.
Yeah, exactly.
And
yep. It was probably actually, I don't know that car. Well, was Cadillac part of GM?
Yeah,
I feel like it was, right? Because because they had that horrible little Cimarron thing or whatever that was like a little Buick Century or whatever, but just with like Cadillac badges. Yeah, right. So there must have been some kind of Cadillac something in this area, some giant whatever they had back then. I can't remember anything. It's so weird. Bonneville.
All I can think of with Cadillac is the North Star V8 engine that was around forever. Probably still around in some capacity, is my guess.
Yeah, no, they had some good. Today Cadillac has some nice cars. I mean, they're kind of under.
Not that Celestique thing though that they made. That is like a $300,000 handmade hearse that is ugly. I mean, this is coming from a guy who liked his Buick Century, calling the Celestique ugly as hell.
Hey, I had a friend in the 80s who had like I think it was literally just called a Rambler, like a station wagon from the 70s that had a fold down LP record player in the dash, if you could believe this. I know. It had its own suspension, obviously, so the thing could stay level, separate from the vehicle, which probably was never level,
I'm
frankly.
sure that
But
was great in an accident too.
yeah, just like slices your head off. It's like a perfect cut.
He got killed by
Yeah,
Bob Marley. Bob
yeah,
Marley shot a guy.
exactly.
No, 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 no. The
It's like a
vinyl.
decapitated guy in an album sitting in the car. I don't know what happened.
Some say
Oh
it's still
boy,
spinning to this day
this is why digital, media is so important. It
for
just kills
safety
you.
reasons.
Just
Yep.
kills your soul, not your body.
Nobody's been killed by a Spotify track yet.
No one has to clean an MP3. Just saying.
This
I don't
is
know what I'm saying.
a legendary podcast about technology and
Yep.
other things. Man, I changed the brakes on that Buick by myself. That's how I learned.
Yikes.
Yeah. Talk about
Well, it was very
safety.
mechanical. See, that's the thing. I guess we've lost something in a way, but like one of the, obviously we've gained so much, but it's not trite to say that these things were mechanical and you could fix them as a human being, right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, we were still halfway between that era where you had to know how to do that stuff, and I think the carburetor based vehicles of the 70s and whatever were probably still in that era technically.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of reliability issues, especially with American cars, but um, now they're like silent. They run on some kind of gas or something, or like a gaseous gas, not gasoline.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd.
I mean,
There's a
I don't
lot of
know.
reasons I wouldn't do my own brake pads anymore. Mostly because whatever. I don't have I don't have a jack in my garage that would probably support my wife's car. And there's a lot of sensors on those things. I mean, that Buick Sentry had no sensors. It was your foot was the
Yeah.
sensor.
Yep. Yep.
And so you just had to pull that
Sensor.
caliper off and hang it up with like a coat hanger
Sensor.
and then pop the pads off.
There were no sensors. There
Yeah.
were sliders. One end was blue and one was red, and neither did their job effectively.